What does a person need to know in order to be better at persuasion?
The way to be better at persuasion is to completely alter how you think about it, to do a complete mind reversal and go, the key to persuasion is not about yourself. It's not about your brilliant ideas. It's not about your ego. It's not about, how you can craft this great message for another person or whatever it is and the product you're trying to market. It's in thinking very deeply about other people. That is the key to persuasion. And if you learn that one key, if you develop it and you use it, then the world will open up to you. But it's not so easy because we're all self-absorbed, as I say, in the laws of human nature. We have this kind of centripetal force about us where we're always sort of self-absorbed in thinking about our interests, how great we are, what we can do for other people. You need to flip that around and you need to be so focused on other people. And that means you have to listen to them to a different degree. You have to get inside their spirit, their mindset, what they're missing in this world. You have to enter their spirit, which is one of the chapters in the Art of Seduction. You have to understand what their hurts were, what has wounded them in the past, and what they need and what they're missing. And if you can get outside of yourself and truly listen to people, and the main thing is that I talked about in human nature is you have to see that as incredibly exciting. People are interesting. They're more interesting than you think they are, right? And so they have stories to tell. And so that energy that you have, where you're focused on them, you're getting inside their mind, people pick that up, first of all, and it's very seductive and very powerful. But it gives you the kind of information and the kind of ideas that will end up making them resist you less and less and less. So just get out of yourself and stop thinking about how brilliant you are, about how great your ideas are, and just get inside the people you're trying to persuade.
What's kind of the line between persuasion and manipulation? Is it really come down to the intent behind it, or do you find that there's some different reasoning behind it?
Back in the days when I wrote the 48 Laws of Power, it was my belief that it doesn't really matter. So every kind of form of persuasion is, in essence, a sort of a manipulation, right? Because if you went out there in the social world or in a case in law where you're trying to argue a particular case, and you just said what you wanted to say, if you just expressed your feelings, it wouldn't have any effect, right? But you learn, oh no, I've got to craft my message. I have to be strategic with it, right? I have to, or tactical. I think it's more strategic than tactical. I have to learn how to craft my message, what my audience wants to hear. Okay, well, that's a manipulation. Let's just call it what it is. Sometimes the acts of persuasion are for dark and evil purposes. That's for sure. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're for good purposes. Maybe you have a great book you're trying to sell people or a product, and so your marketing scheme is a manipulation, but it's for good in the end, etc. Even Mahatma Gandhi was a manipulator in his ways of using the English press to gain sympathy for the cause of India, East India, and for their independence. So get over this idea that there's some kind of purity in this world, that I can be a pure person, that I can persuade without ever having to be manipulative, because that's wrong. It's the nature of the game.